Hi, welcome back to my subscribers, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos, thanks so much for joining us today. Today we're making some ackee stuffed Jamaican fried dumplings. Our dumplings are taking a new form today. It's really exciting, really delicious. Let's see how this goes, guys. So we're starting off with the dough. So some of you are familiar with my fried dumpling video. So you're basically making a fried dumpling dough, and we're gonna be changing the shape of it. So instead of the usual round dumpling, we're gonna be doing something that resembles like a cocoa bread or a fried bake. So that's what we're gonna be doing. So of course, the reason I sifted the flour when I'm making the dumpling dough is because it just adds extra air in there. It just makes it even fluffier. So I always try to do that. And I do add some sugar. Guys, if you don't want to add sugar, it's fine. Or if you want to add less, it's fine. I just enjoy having that slightly sweet taste. Once you add the butter, what you're going to be doing is breaking up the butter into the flour. So you're rubbing it between your fingers and lifting it up. The reason you lift it high is to get more air into the flour so that the end result is nice and fluffy. So right now, all you're doing is pinching and rubbing the butter and the flour in between your fingers so that it spreads all throughout the flour. So at this point, you're gonna just make a well in the center and add the water a little at a time and just stir together until you get all the flour moist and get that dough together. So usually if I was making my regular fried dumplings, I'd say don't bother with this step, but we are going to be rolling this out. So we're just kneading it just to help develop the gluten. The gluten is that protein in the flour that's going to help the dough to be nice and stretchy for what we're doing today. So just knead it a little bit. You don't need to knead it for a long time. You're just trying to smooth out the dough and get that gluten developed. So once you get that nice smoother ball, all you're gonna do is just put this in that same bowl and cover it with a damp kitchen towel. You could use paper towels as well, so not wet, just damp, and then you're gonna let it rest. So when you let the dough rest, it relaxes and gets nice and smooth. So on to the ackee, guys. So I don't have any fresh ackee where I'm at right now, and I don't have any in the freezer, so I just bought the canned one. So This is parboiled. So all you're doing really is just warming this up in your pot. It's parboiled and good to go. So I like to add these ingredients for flavor and color. Some people are okay with just having the plain ackee and saltfish with only onions. So do what you prefer, but I like to add these. I do add a little bit of Scotch bonnet pepper just for flavor. If you like heat, you can always add more. So what we're about to add now is the saltfish. This is boneless saltfish. I boiled it to get out most of the salt. You still want to leave some salt in there, guys, because you don't want to add salt to this dish. So get most of the salt out, leave some in there, and then you flake it. So I didn't need to debone because I just got the boneless one at the supermarket. So you're going to be sauteing the saltfish with the seasonings that you had in the pot. You want to make sure you cook the saltfish for a few minutes so it absorbs these flavors before you add the ackee. So make sure to cook up the saltfish so it could be tasty alone without the ackee, right? So do that first, then you can go ahead and add the other stuff. Now we're going to be going in with the ackee. Remember that this was parboiled and canned. If this was fresh ackee, we would have to clean it, of course, and boil it, right? But this is already cooked. You're just basically reheating it in your pan. So in Jamaica, we have different types of ackee, and one of them is called butter ackee because it's very soft. This one I have here today is not butter ackee. It's very firm. So you can stir this around a bit. If you're using butter ackee, meaning the soft ackee, you have to be very gentle at this point. And what we do after we saute the ackee is we cover the pot and let it cook down a little bit. If you're using butter ackee, you have to be very careful with that. Don't let it steam for too long. But today I'm using a very firm ackee, and I don't like when it's too firm. So I'm gonna be cooking it down a little bit after I'm finished with this step. Alright guys, so remember we put the dough down to rest, so now it's relaxed, it's softer and easier to handle. So this is where we change things up. Usually we would grab some little pieces and make some balls, but instead today we're gonna roll it out. So just roll it out to maybe quarter inch. Don't be too strict with that, just roll it out enough to cut out some circles. So if you want to cut out different shapes too, that's fine. Get the kids involved, perfectly fine. But I'm going to be just cutting out some regular circles today. So use what you have at home. I'm going to be using a biscuit cutter. You can use a donut cutter if you want. Or if you have just some bowls at home, just use a bowl. All you're trying to do is get some circles. And there's no rules as far as size. So if you want to make a cartwheel one, make a cartwheel one. If you want to make some minis, you can make some minis. So I'm just cutting out some circles here and getting ready to fry these. So you see this scrap of dough, guys? Don't throw it out. All you have to do is just pull it together, form a circle again, and roll it out flat and cut out some more circles. That's it. All right, so our oil is almost ready, so you can test it by just dropping a little piece of dough. If it starts to float, then you can tell it's pretty good. Or you can use a toothpick or skewer, and if you see some little tiny bubbles rising, that means your oil is hot. So you're just gonna lay each piece in there. I'm gonna be treating it kind of like I'm doing those Trini bakes. So instead of just leaving it to fry like that, I'm gonna be moving it around. Maybe I might pour some oil on top just to get it nice and puffy. So just fry these up, guys, and once they are golden brown and floating and not bubbling as much in the pot, then you know you're good to go. You just want a nice golden brown color, so don't try to cook it for too long. Alright, so you cook them on both sides, of course, guys, and you are good to go. Nice light golden brown color. Then we are going to cut these in half. So you're kind of slicing it like a cocoa bread. So I guess you could call this the Jamaican taco, I guess. So you see right there, you're gonna slice down the middle, and then we're gonna be stuffing it with some ackee and saltfish. You could put so many things inside this. You could put some corned beef, you could put some callaloo and saltfish. You could even do just some steamed cabbage, so only vegetables. So many things, guys, and it's so nice. You just grab this and eat it like a sandwich. Look at that deliciousness, guys. It is so good and so open to a variety of stuff, right? So try the recipe, let me know how you like it, and remember to share with a friend and click like if you liked the video. Remember to subscribe. See you guys later.